Have you ever found yourself in a heated discussion where neither side seems willing to budge? Maybe you are negotiating a salary increase or trying to settle a dispute with a landlord. Roger Fisher and William Ury in Getting to Yes offers a structural and effective way to negotiate that benefits everyone involved. This book introduces a negotiation strategy developed at Howard that moves beyond the traditional, bargaining where one side loses and the other side wins. Instead, it focuses on collaboration, fairness, and mutual gains. Negotiation isn't just for business purposes or legal disputes. It's something that happens in our everyday life. Take, for instance, a parent negotiating with their teenager about a curfew, or a customer trying to get a refund on a faulty product, or a couple, discussing financial decisions. Mastering negotiation means getting what you want while you preserve relationships. I'm Isaac Noeli Dutin, and today I will explore four fundamental principles from getting to yes. One, we're going to look at separating people from the problem. Two, focusing on interests, not positions. Three, generating creative options. And four, using objective criteria. By applying these principles, you can become a more effective negotiator in any given situation. Firstly, let's look at separating people from the problem. Too often, negotiations become personal battle. When emotion takes over, the issue gets lost in frustration and self-defense. One key strategy is to separate the people from the problem. So instead of seeing the other person as probably an opponent, see them as a partner in trying to solve a shared issue. For example, imagine you are leading a project at your work or at your office, and a team member continuously miss deadlines. So instead of you accusing said team members of being lazy or being irresponsible, you could approach the team member differently by saying, I've noticed the deadlines have been tough. Is there something affecting the work overload or the workload? How can we make sure we stay on track? So by you focusing on the missed deadline, rather than attacking this person, you will keep the conversation constructive and increase chances of positive resolution. Secondly, one principle is focusing on interests, not the positions. A common mistake we make in negotiation is getting stuck on the position, that is what people say they want, rather than focusing on the interest, which is why they want it. Suppose you are negotiating with your boss about taking a week off. So instead of just demanding, oh sir, I need this time off, you go explain, I need this week to, attend a family event. But I'm also happy to ensure my work is covered before I leave. By shifting the focus to interest rather than rigid demands, negotiation here becomes more flexible and productive. The third principle is generating creative options. Often people see negotiation as, a win or lose situation. Certainly not. This mindset limits possibilities. the best negotiator think outside the box. Imagine you are negotiating a lease. Tenant, the tenant wants, lower rent, and the landlord refuses. Instead of staying stuck at that, why not explore, other alternatives? The tenant could offer to sign a longer lease in exchange for a lower monthly rate. Or the landlord could say, I agree to include free maintenance services instead of reducing the rent. Now both sides benefit in a way probably they hadn't considered initially. The key takeaway here is don't settle for the first solution that comes to your mind. Try to brainstorm on multiple options before making that final decision. The last principle is using objective criteria. One of the biggest negotiation roadblocks is personal opinion. If one person says, I deserve a raise in salary because I've been working hard, the employer could say, no, other people have been working hard. So instead of using objective, criteria and independent standards that both parties can agree to make negotiation fair and persuasive. Let's say you are buying a used car. The seller asks for 12,000. You think that price is too high. So instead of arguing, you could look up the market value. You could find similar car in the same area for a certain price of 10,500. Now, so instead of saying that is too expensive, you could now say, according to this website, this car fair market price is 10,500. Will you be willing to or open to adjusting the price based on that? Objective criteria such as market research and industry standards or legal guidelines help move negotiation from subjective opinions to fair agreements. Now, to recap, getting to yes teaches us that negotiation isn't about arguing or overpowering the other person. It's about finding smart, fair solutions. The four key principles we've discussed today is separating people from the problem, focusing on the interests, not the positions, generating creative outcomes or creative options, and four, using objective criteria. When you apply these principles, you not only get better results, but also build stronger relationships, whether in business, at work, or in your personal life. Now, here's a simple step you can take. Next time you are in a disagreement, ask yourself, what's the real interest behind this person's position? So instead of reacting defensively, try to understand their underlying, needs. You'll be surprised how quickly that conversation could shift from being confrontational to being collaborative. Great negotiator iron born. They are made. So the ability to negotiate effectively isn't about being aggressive. It's about being strategic and creative. So to move forward, remember this. Negotiation isn't about winning or losing. It's about finding that solution where everyone can say yes. Thank you for listening.